It's very difficult to find and obtain in the format that it's in, like the simplest format that it is in, the stuff that he teaches. He gives you the tools in which you need to grow and develop in who you're supposed to become, and then he'll even assist you in reaching and going after what it is you're specifically designed to do. A lot of the breakthroughs in mysticism and spirituality that I have had have been off of the back of me taking the things that he has taught and applying them. Hey guys, I am Eternos, and I just want to talk today about Cave of Mystery and how the ministry in itself is a blessing. Okay, so a little bit about me. I've been involved in the ministry for I think about 2 years now. I remember specifically how I came across Cave of Mystery back when the Discord only had, I don't know, maybe 50 people in it. Early days. But it was actually the Lord who led me to Nelson in particular. I was on Instagram and I remember getting a strong unction to check out this suggested account. Now, the thing with this suggested account was that this suggested account had no pictures of anyone, and it was just pictures of artwork. But I felt an unction again to, try and find this page on YouTube. I did. And I think at the time he had a few videos on sonship and mysticism basics. Bearing in mind, at this time, I'd already been coming out of religion and I'd started to experience some things for myself. Like I've spoken online before about my first translation experience, my first healing experience, and a few other things. But the issue was within at least the mystical community was that there are so many different teachers, but I just wanted someone who could lay things out in a very simple and straightforward way, as in do A to get this result, do B to get this result. That's what I'd been longing for, and what I'd tried to do previously was learn from so many different people and try to, combine their teachings and whatnot. But something resonated with just how straightforward Nelson's teaching was in particular. But once again, as you guys are probably aware, there are loads of people online who talk and share things, but what actually works? And so with me, I like to test things out and try things out. So I booked a call with Nelson and me and my brother just hopped on and had a little conversation with him. And then from then just, we've been in contact ever since. What I will say is that if you are someone who wants to learn and grow properly, and I mean actually learn and grow more in the awareness of who you are, then Cave of Mystery is definitely a safe space for you to do so. It is a space where I have learned to do so. And what Nelson encourages, which is good, is that he doesn't encourage you to stay attached to him. He gives you the tools in which you need to grow and develop in who you're supposed to become. And then he'll even assist you in reaching and going after what it is you're specifically designed to do. Even if you do or are called to the same arena or things that he is in, he won't view you as competition, but rather he loves to say that he's working himself out of a job, for example, which is good and very healthy, because in a lot of the previous environments and environments that I've grown up in, it's always been this thing of there's this one man of God and everyone else is subservient to that man of God, which is problematic, as you guys can imagine. Also, in terms of practically, I wouldn't say you should take my word for it, just try for yourselves, but the stuff he teaches actually works. If you actually just take any of his videos where he says, okay, if you want to hear God, you do this, go sit in a quiet room, do X, Y, Z, and just keep doing it. It works. It genuinely works. And I have found that a lot of the breakthroughs in mysticism and spirituality that I have had have been off of the back of me taking the things that he has taught and applying them. Sometimes when I take things, I have to adjust them because obviously everyone is different. And so I go before Father, Mother, Seven Spirits, myself, and they'll give me a little different way to engage or, a slightly different angle to certain things. But at the core level, what he teaches works. Like if you just take that sonship and mysticism playlist that's free on YouTube, nothing else. You don't have to pay for anything, even though the Patreon's there and it's amazing. School of the Empire, 10 out of 10, would strongly recommend. Even the healing courses, all good. If you just take that playlist, right, there is such a depth and wealth of practical information there to get you well far ahead enough on your journey. Everything else is really supplementary to that. It's one of them ones as well where he's someone who's very accessible. It's very good, and I think that what Nelson is promoting is healthy community of people where regardless of what you believe, everyone feels welcome, which is good. And so, yeah, I think that for anyone who is looking for results, tangible results, and I mean tangible to the point where, if you believe angels are real, if you believe spirits are real, to the point where you can actually see them and begin to interact with them, if you believe heaven's real, by all means going to experience and, view and see all these things, and I would definitely recommend the ministry. It's also been good because I've met a lot of the friends that I have now through the ministry, and a lot of the people who are on the same path that I am on are within Cave of Mystery outside of Nelson. And so you also meet people who are like you, who, all just trying to grow and develop and build, and that's what matters. And you begin to help each other, begin to inspire each other. I mean, I've got a group of friends within there, and there were things that I didn't think I could do that I saw some of my friends do, which then spurred me to try and do them, to then I which found out I can do. And so it's nice when you have a community of people and you're not just isolated. But once again, with anyone and anything, when it comes to learning online, I like to say the same things, which is, take what they teach and test it and try it for yourself before just obeying and following. Until you have tried and tested what this person teaches, it isn't valid or fair for you to then try and say that this person's stuff doesn't work or that they are false. If you try something and it doesn't work and you stuck with it consistently, fair enough. But at least for me and the experiences of many others that I know personally, by practicing the things that Nelson has taught and continues to teach, there has been growth. I also like that he doesn't confine you to a single religion, and he is able to identify patterns across all of the different cultures, which for someone like me is important because I'm someone who loves people, I love culture, and where I've been drawn to different cultures and just found certain things cool in other cultures, even, stories about superheroes growing up and all these different things from different cultures, I used to try and pull back from. Even things like, certain TV shows I used to try and pull back from because in my background we're taught that they're demonic. Now they're being used as tools to teach. Sometimes we'll be given homework where it's like, watch this show, look at this character, see what you can learn from them because that's similar to this in your walk and this in your walk. Also, in terms of the School of the Empire, for those of you who are looking to, take things deeper, I would strongly recommend that as well. Nelson definitely teaches things that other people don't teach online anyway. And so it's very difficult to find and obtain in the format that it's in, like the simplest format that it is in, the stuff that he teaches. You can experience the thing and understand the complexity of a thing, but a good teacher is able to take something complex, condense it into something simple, and then present it in a way that is easily palatable. And the way in which he teaches, even within the School of the Empire, I honestly believe you could teach to a kid, like a 6 or 7-year-old kid, and they'd get it. And that's what you want. You don't want things to be too complex to the point where someone's speaking for 2 hours and you're having to decipher what every sentence means. And often I know as humans, we overcomplicate things because we believe that the key to unlocking a certain thing has to be complex, has to be advanced, has to be this great grand thing, when in reality, the things of the spirit are simple. And when they're presented to people in a simple way, I believe that it enables for more people to actually unlock and grow and walk in what they're supposed to walk in. So I just came on here to say I'm very grateful for the ministry. I'm very grateful for all of the people that I've met within it, the relationships that I've formed within it, and the relationships that I continue to form going forwards. I want to say as well that I'm grateful to Nelson for being consistent and taking the time of day out to actually work with people one-on-one as well. You have a great character in terms of how you carry yourself, which really does and is demonstrated on screen, which I know people will genuinely love and enjoy the more they get to know you, as some of us do. So with that, peace, love, and blessings to you all and whoever is watching this. I hope that whoever does see this begins to understand that as the world goes forward and begins to shift and change into what it is supposed to look like, which is more like heaven, these things that Nelson teaches on and that other people teach on, this authentic, kingdom spirituality that we walk in, is going to become more normal. And we need more people like Nelson and like even you watching who take spirituality seriously and begin to outwalk their God-given purpose. But with that, guys, peace.